What's good, people? This is SimFBallCritic, and as you can see, playing some Madden 13 here. In this video, it will just basically be a backdrop, just give you something to look at while I'm talking and addressing the topic at hand. Alright, so basically, a lot of guys have been asking me, how I feel about the recent developments, recent comments that have come out from AJ Dembroski. And for those of you guys that don't know, he's a former development member or dev team member from the Madden team. Worked on Madden 12 and Madden 13. And recently, over the last week or so, some comments came out on Twitter where he was sharing his frustrations about the product. He basically referenced the state of the game, where it is right now, where it could be, and creative control and things of that nature. Alright, now when this came out, when I saw the article, and let me just say this real quick, I'm not going to put up the article in my description, only because, I don't really get down with the websites, that actually has that information. Really not my cup of tea, so I'm not going to promote the website here on my channel. But you guys can find it, do a Google search or what have you, and there it is. Alright, so just to get back to the topic at hand. When I first saw the article, I thought to myself, what is he saying that I don't already know? What is he saying that I haven't already speculated myself in the past? And for most of you guys who have been, subscribers of mine for quite a long time, you already know what I'm talking about. I've said this before. I've said numerous times that I felt maybe the executives were holding the game back. I also said at one time maybe it was a development team. Maybe they were unable to get it done. You've heard me say several things. And you guys know I speak for the now. I speak for the relevance of the time, what's happening now. When I came back from EA Sports, I told you guys, the dev team is passionate, and I stick by that till this day. What you guys don't know is I speak to the devs all the time. A lot of things I send to them directly. I don't have to post a video all the time. I'm in constant contact with someone from EA Sports. And I'm going to tell you, these guys are as passionate as all of us about the most authentic football experience. Believe that. If you believe in me, believe what I'm telling you. But it's just like Azure Effect said all the way back in February. They have bosses. Azure told you guys this way back in February. So I don't understand why it's such a big deal now, why everyone is in such an uproar when this has been said before. Now, of course, the demographic is a little different because it's coming from an ex-dev. I understand that. But like I told you, common sense told all of us way back when that somebody might be holding the progress. We all had our speculations. And at the end of the day, I still don't know the truth. I still don't know. I can't confirm what AJ said. I can't. I deal with the devs. I haven't had any opportunity to speak with top dogs or executives at EA Sports. But I will say this. If a game is purposely being held back, I don't agree with that. That's not cool. But I also see it from the other side of the coin. Maybe it's a progression table. Let's not forget what Cam Weber said, 3-year plan. So could it possibly be that executives are already saying, let's do this, and do that because of their product, and they want to advance the product on their timetable? That could very well be. That's common sense, people. We don't have to agree, but common sense tells me that could be happening. Now, I stand firm and I say, I don't agree with holding back a product. I can't get down with that. But if that's what's happening, that's just what's happening. And you make the decision. You either buy a product or you don't. It's plain and simple. Now, where I come in as a game changer, I'm here to put as much pressure as I can on the devs, which I know they share my passion, but also for whoever makes the decisions on what is and what's not in a game. I know a lot of guys have been asking, what is SimFBallCritic going to do as a game changer? That's what I do. I wish you guys could see the messages I send to these guys on a daily basis. I will be a constant thorn in their side. I am a sim head. Don't get that twisted. I want the most authentic football game that can possibly be made, and I will not stop until we get that. Or whatever is possible. We don't know what kind of system limitations there are, what have you, but I know when the next gen comes out, I expect leaps and bounds. So that's basically how I feel about this situation. I'm going to wrap up this video by saying this. What is he saying that we don't already know? Now, if you're frustrated with EA Sports, do that. By all means, be frustrated. But why are we acting like this is something brand new? This is something we've been complaining about for the last 7 years. Madden 13 showed huge improvement, so I expect 14 to be an outstanding game. That's where I'm at with this. Alright? So that just basically wraps up how I feel. Like always, guys, let me know what you think.